Hey everyone, how are you doing today? Well, it's Gigi and welcome back to my kitchen one more time. Come on in, let's do a little cooking today. Well, actually we won't be cooking, but we are going to be making something delicious, okay? And so we're just going to jump right in and get started. I've got my mixing bowl and my hand mixer, and we are going to make homemade pimento cheese. Now, I know there's, again, many variations I've watched people make it many different ways, and I may take some ideas from one person and eliminate something else that maybe just wasn't to my liking or whatever. But pimento cheese, my husband loves, and he likes a little spice to his. So what I've done is I have grated up some sharp cheddar, some Colby Jack, and then I had about, I'd say a fourth of a block, an 8-ounce block left of pepper jack. So I'm going to be adding that to mine too, just to give it that little kick, because like I said, my husband loves spicy. So we're going to put our cheese in to our mixing bowl and try to do it without making a mess. Just freshly grated today. That is 2 8-ounce blocks of cheese, and then maybe a fourth of another block, just whatever I had left over of the pepper jack, okay? Not even a half of a 8-ounce block. Okay, to that, we are also, let me get back over here. To this, we're also going to add in some seasonings. I have got, now I do not like a raw onion, okay? I know you can put just a little bit. I think I was watching Amy on Amy's Louisiana Kitchen make pimento cheese, and she finally grated up some onions. And I say for people who love raw onions, that's great, but I am opting to use onion powder, okay? Just because I'm not a fan. But I am gonna put like maybe half of a teaspoon of garlic powder. Anything I put in mine is optional. You can do what you choose to do. And then I'm gonna sprinkle a little onion powder, okay? And then to this, I'm going to add a half of a block of cream cheese. I have also drained a 7-ounce jar of pimentos. In they go. And a half, I'm not gonna use all this because this is a little bit more. This is more like 3/4 of a cup of mayo, and I don't know that I'm gonna need all that, so I'm not gonna use all of it. I'm gonna do about half of it. And if I feel like it's a little bit drier and I want it, then I'll add the rest, but right now I'm just gonna reserve the rest of that over there. Okay, and then we're gonna get in here with our hand mixer, and we're gonna give it a mix. And my cream cheese has been sitting out for a while at room temperature. Now when you're mixing it up, you can do it as creamy or as chunky to your own liking, okay? And I think that I am gonna add the rest of the remainder of that mayonnaise. I'm always cautious there because my husband doesn't like it real runny, like real gooey like. So I always just try to gauge that by how it looks when I mix it up. Not going to add any salt because the cheese is salty enough. The mayonnaise will have salt, but I am going to add just a little black pepper. Add some pepper. And guys, if you've never made homemade pimento cheese, all you've ever had is store-bought, when you make it homemade, you will never go back to store-bought pimento cheese ever again. I can promise you that. Let me grab my spatula. Oh yeah, it's gonna be perfect. Now, you can double what I just did if you're feeding a large crowd, or you're needing to make like a lot of pimento cheese finger sandwiches, or taking it to an event. You can double. You can use a pound of whatever cheese you choose. Now, I would suggest whenever you're making pimento cheese that no matter what other cheese you mix with it, that you always use the sharp cheddar, because that sharp just has a good bite to it. It's just a good cheese for pimento cheese, okay? So I have, like I said, I have used sharp cheddar, Colby, and a little bit of pepper jack. That looked good. Let me grab one thing. And you know, you can enjoy pimento cheese so many different ways. Right now I'm just trying one on a pita chip. That's the Mediterranean. Got a good spice to it. And of course, now I use my, close this up so I can show it to you. I use my hero bread. Only has one carb, but it's very soft and fresh. It's so good, y'all. So I'm just gonna make me a pimento cheese sandwich. My husband will be happy that I've made this, and it'll show up in his lunch tomorrow. I love to take pimento cheese and grill it like you're making a grilled cheese sandwich. I love that with homemade vegetable soup. I've got some company coming in this week. Well, I wanted to go ahead and get this made up. I've got company coming in, and I'm hoping to be able to do this on a video with you, but I plan to make a pot of homemade vegetable soup and make up some grilled cheese sandwiches with our pimento cheese. It's going to be good. This is also very good on celery stalks. If you want to make a platter, like a vegetable tray, you could take some of this pimento cheese and you can put it on celery, crackers, club crackers, Ritz crackers, Fritos. I mean, it really goes great with so many different things. And it's so good and it's so creamy. Perfection on pimento cheese. I promise you, nothing like, I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't even like pimento cheese that you buy in the containers in the store. I don't even eat it. But homemade pimento cheese, I don't know what it is. It's a whole different ball game. And that's got that little kick in there from that pepper jack cheese that makes that pimento cheese just have that little bit of spice to it. Makes it so delicious. Okay, I'm gonna hush about it. You're just gonna have to take my word for it and make it. I mean, y'all can see how easy this comes together. I went ahead, I mean, probably the most time consuming part is just grating up your cheese. Now, I grate mine by hand, but if you've got a chopper or a mixer and you want to get it out, zip, zip, it's done in no time. So, make you some and enjoy it. We're going to have some fall weather just around the corner, and those soups and sandwiches are going to be really good and tasty. And you can't go wrong with this. Just put it in your refrigerator and pull it out for so many different reasons and enjoy it, okay? All right. This is Gigi, and I'm going to close out this video just by encouraging you. First of all, let me thank you for being here, okay? Let me thank you for coming back. To my faithful followers that come back and watch me daily or whenever you can, and you encourage me. I get behind the scene messages just thanking me for sharing my videos, which I think is so sweet and kind and thoughtful for you to let me know that. And I'm glad that you're here with me, okay? And if I can encourage you today to go out and be the hands and feet of Jesus and his mouthpiece and share his love with a world that desperately stands in need of God's love, okay? All right, you go be a blessing to somebody. And I'll see you back here in my kitchen real soon for another great recipe, okay? This is Gigi. Bye, guys. I love y'all.